Starting. All right, we are live and on the air. So hopefully, if you guys are watching in Facebook, if you could please, comment or reply down below on Facebook, or let Curtis know if you guys can see and hear us. Please let us know. And then Curtis, you let me know what people are saying because I'm not in the Facebook group right now.
Okay.
Let us know if you guys can see and hear us. So hopefully some people have some time to come on. We know most of you guys will be watching on the replay, which is fine. But at least for those of you who are live, we want to make sure you guys can hear us okay. It says we have 16 viewers, so let us know either. Actually, I think you might be able to, you guys might be able to reply on YouTube as well. I'm not sure, but at least in the Facebook group, please reply down there on the actual underneath where this link is, and let Curtis know that you can hear us, so then we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube and I can hear you.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Is that the link is correct in Facebook then?
Let me double check.
Yeah, because then I want to tell them to be able to, in Facebook, to be able to reply there instead of replying in YouTube. I'm not sure if I can see. I don't think I can see the replies here on YouTube right now. So it's best if you guys want to comment and ask questions, please do so in Facebook, where this link was. All right, let's go ahead and get started because you guys can hear me. Anyways, my name is Bradley. Nice to meet you. It's funny, I'm actually a pretty big guy, okay? So I used to work for Korean companies, and since I'm so big, I'm like 6 foot, I'm like 190 centimeters and like 100 kilos. So some of my Korean business partners had a nickname for me. They called me Wangom. That's like Big Bear, right? Wangom. Yeah. So that's my nickname. So if you guys can't remember Bradley, you can remember my my Korean nickname. But anyways, before I worked here at Helium 10, I helped launch over 400 different products on Amazon from a lot of different companies, and a lot of them happen to be Korean companies. Just by coincidence, because I've been working with Korean companies for about 15 years. I actually, if you guys remember the first Fast and the Furious movies, when those first became popular, everybody wanted to fix up cars. So when I was 19 or 20, I was running a $1 million business, a branch office of a Korean company that specialized in customized parts for Hyundai, Daewoo, and Kia cars. So that was like my initial, how I started working with Korean companies. And ever since then, somehow I always work for a lot of Korean companies, and I work with a lot of Korean beauty brands, helping them get on Amazon, whether it's, The Face Shop or Age 20s, a lot of companies like that. So I have a lot of experience with Korean companies, so I can kind of understand where you guys are coming from. And I think it's really great that there's more Korean and Korean American sellers here on Amazon. So what I want to do today is a lot of you guys are familiar with the Helium 10 suite of tools, and you're already using it. I know a lot of people in Curtis Group really love the suite of tools, and that's great. So for those of you who are already using it, I'm going to show you some tips today. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Helium 10 suite of tools, I want to be able to, give a brief overview so you guys can know what the tool suite is about, okay? So I'm going to take you through the process of how to find a product using Helium 10, how to find a product to sell on Amazon, how to do your research, your keyword research, how to make your Amazon listing, and a little bit how to launch and also maintain your Amazon listing. So the entire life cycle of a Amazon product, I'm going to show you how to use all of the different tools of Helium 10 in order to get started. So before I get started, any questions, Curtis, or anything you wanted to ask me, or introduction at all, or anything?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Helium 10, but I know you used to work with the Create, it's a Amazon, the Korean agency.
Oh, Creative, yes.
Creative, yes. Yeah, Creative. They said you never respond to cell phone or like a text message, but you do respond to Kakao Talk all the time.
Yes, Kakao Talk is like sometimes people text me or email me and I don't, but like I'm one of the few. Let me just show you guys right here. Even right now, I'm talking to my wife. My wife is Mexican, but I train my whole family, my 2 children. Everybody is using Kakao Talk, and so that's my #1 form of communication.
That's funny.
Every time my Korean friends see that I have, they're like, "What? You have Kakao Talk, but you're American?" But I'm like, I love Kakao Talk. Anything else?
No, that's it. Let's get started.
Okay. All right. Let's get started. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully I can figure this out. Screen share here. There. All right. You guys can now see my screen. Yes. Perfect. All right. So this is my Helium 10, and the first tool I'm going to show you guys is Black Box. Now, Black Box is the #1 tool that can search for opportunity to sell on Amazon. Okay, we have 450 million products in our database. That's more than any other tool, more than any other website, anything other than Amazon itself. Which has more than 500 million, but we have 450 million products that we are tracking on Amazon. So, Curtis, why don't you tell me a category that I can search in? Beauty or home and kitchen, health, kitchen. What should I look for?
Clothing probably is the most popular.
Okay. Clothing. Let's look at clothing. All right. So I'm going to look at clothing and I'm going to say, hey, I want to see something that's selling a lot of money per month, maybe $10,000 per month. Maybe the price is $15 and $25. I'm looking for a single product or a lot of products, and I'm going to pick out different ones where there might be opportunity. And I'm going to say, hey, a review count of 100. Now, the reason why I put review count 100, here's the reason why. Let's say we look at a search here like collagen powder, okay? I look here, look at all of these reviews, 2,000, 3,200, 2,600. Now, if you make a brand new Amazon listing, you're only going to have 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 reviews, And if you have a product that only has 0, 1, or 2, and it's right here, and it's right next to products with thousands of reviews, you're probably not going to get a click, okay? People are only going to click on the one with more reviews because they think it's more reliable. And also, the listings that have many reviews, right? This is important to know because those are old listings on Amazon. They have a lot of history, and listings that have a lot of sales history and a lot of established buying history on Amazon, Amazon will give them preferential treatment. Okay, so it's harder to try to make them go down in the rank and you to go up, or to steal their sales if they have a lot of reviews. So I'm going to say, hey, show me a product that has less than 100 reviews. I'm going to say, show me something that's less than 3.5 stars. Again, let's say we see this product here, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4.5 stars, 5 star, 4.5. If your product or if one product here is new, or not new, but just any random product, right, only has 2 stars, right, or 3 stars, nobody's ever going to click it if they see all of these great listings. So if I can actually find a product that is selling more than $10,000 a month and only has maybe 2.5 or 3 stars, what does that mean? Well, that means to me, one of 2 things. Number one, maybe everybody who has this kind of product all has bad reviews, right? Because otherwise, how could it sell $10,000 if there's a whole bunch of products with 5 stars, right? They would never buy the product with 3 stars. Or number 2 is maybe maybe there's no options at all for this kind of product. There's only 1 or 2. So no matter what kind of star rating they have, everybody has to buy this product. So that also could be the case. So that's why I'm looking for there. I'm going to go ahead and look at some advanced filters. Let's go ahead. I'm going to see if I can actually find something that doesn't have variation. Most clothing has variations, but sometimes I just want to find one product. So without variation and maybe less than 4 images. What happens on Amazon, if you have a listing only has 1 or 2 images, people think that's ugly. They think it's not professional. And they say, hey, this clothing only has 1 or 2 images. Number one, that's not enough information for me to buy something. Number two, this listing does not look professional. So how do I think that their product is going to be good for me? I don't have that confidence. So if I can find a product that's selling $10,000 a month or more, but only has less than 4 images, again, I know I can come in with more images and already have a better looking listing. So let's see how many results come up here on this search. Again, it is searching 450 million products, and it came out with a lot. It came out with a lot of products. Now I'm going to kind of narrow this down because this is too big. So I'm just going to say no. Let me see. I'm going to say no hoodie, maybe no underwear. So I'm going to say take out underwear, take out hoodie, and let's see how many results are left. It's probably still going to be more than 200. So yeah, still more than 200. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to start browsing. I'm going to start browsing the different ones, and let's see what kind of opportunity there are. One thing I don't want to have is anything that is brand name. So if I see Fruit of the Loom, I can't compare myself to Fruit of the Loom because Fruit of the Loom is a brand name. Of course, they're going to do really well on Amazon. Star rating, all of that stuff doesn't even matter. Okay. I'm looking for something that is not brand name. Like this is interesting. Maxi dress. All right. That's interesting. I'm just going to take a look at that later, maybe a little bit later. Let me adjust by BSR to BSR. Let's try to do below 100. Maybe this will help me to get a better list. Below 100,000 BSR. This shows me the stuff that are most recently, selling well. Yeah, wow, look at that. It took me down to 39. So here we go. Look at this. Look at this one right here. Oh, look at that. You see, this is why this is very good. This is why this is better to search on Helium 10 than Amazon. Sometimes on Amazon, something goes out of stock or maybe the listing is suspended. And now you can't find it on Amazon anymore, right? But because Black Box is checking and capturing those products, even though now it's not on Amazon, it's still inside Helium 10. See, now it says 0 sellers. Probably this listing got suspended. And that's why right now you can't find it on Amazon, but we have that here. So at least you have that visibility. So that's something good. These are funny t-shirts. What is this? This looks interesting. Beauty 7, 6-piece love turquoise triangle. I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to take a look at that product. Most of these are shirts, kangaroo, Santa wig, and beard. Shoe care kit, ankle socks, cat's t-shirt, and most of these are t-shirts. All right. Harry Potter, I'm not going to consider that. Here is a unique Christmas tree hat. That could be something interesting. But again, it's kind of Christmas is finished, or almost finished, so I'm not going to research that. Dress up costume set. That's interesting. That probably is licensed, so you got to have a license. Fleece robe for girls. Let me take a look at this one. You see, here's another one. This is unavailable, but we have the history. We have it right now. So if you search for this on Amazon, you can't find it because nobody has it in stock. But we have that in here in our listing. Let's see. And most of these are shirts. Here is a glitter backpack. Here is a jumpsuit. This one might have 0 sellers too. Let's see. Oh no, this one does have some sellers. Okay. Right here. So that's something kind of generic unless Grace Elba is a brand name. I don't know if Grace Elba is a brand name. Maybe it is. And what other products do we have here? Nike. There's Nike again, not Nike. So let's just take this for example. This one right here. This is something I found. So do you guys remember what I had put as my filter? What did I put as my filter up here? Remember these filters right here? So I said between $15 and $25. There it is, $21.99. Under 3.5 stars. Look, this one only has 3.1. less than 4 images, right there, only 2 images, less than 100 reviews, has 99 reviews. So this product, I believe it said was making, let's see how much. It was over $10,000. Let's see approximately how much money this product was making. $19,000 per month. So, Curtis, what are the kind of things that they could be getting sales from? What does a product on Amazon get sales from? Of course, there's PPC. Of course, maybe there's social media traffic. But what is the main way that people buy things on Amazon? How do they find the product?
Just a regular search.
Exactly. Regular search. You know, it could be 50%, it could be 80% of sales on Amazon come from the regular search. So if you knew, Curtis, that this product is making like $10,000 or $20,000 a month, what would be a logical question that you want to find out? Like, what would you want to know about this product? If you already know how much they're making, what would you want to know about this product?
Where do I get it?
Yeah, where do you get it? Like, how do I source it? But if you knew how much they were making, $20,000, what would be very valuable to you to know about this product? Considering what you just said about where sales come from.
The keyword they're converting?
Exactly. And Amazon does not tell you what keyword exactly they're converting for. But with Helium 10, you can really have a good way to find out what many of these keywords could be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ASIN and I'm going to put it into our tool Cerebro. Now with Cerebro, I paste it right here. This is going to find me all of the keyword phrases that listing is ranking for in the top 306 positions. All right. So right away, I can see everything that they are ranked. I'm going to put it here, position between 1 and 20. I want to see what are they ranked on page 1 for, and actually search for, at least maybe 100 times. Take a look at this list right here. Now, all of a sudden, I am seeing a list of keywords that are very relevant to this listing right here. Okay. So I'm just looking here and I'm thinking that one of the most important keywords for this listing, because they are ranked pretty high for it, probably would be this: stackable bracelets for women. Look, they are ranked position 3 on this search. Let's take a look at what this search looks like. I'm going to hit this and I'm actually going to search for it here. So right here, stackable bracelets for women. And you see all the different products. They are very similar, right? And there's that product right there that we were just looking at. So now I want to see what kind of sales are people doing here on this first page. I'm going to hit our Chrome extension and I'm going to hit X-ray. Okay. Now what this is going to do, it's going to analyze all of these listings on this very first page and see, okay, approximately how much, might be they making sales, how many reviews do they have, what's their BSR, how many images, all of that information I'm going to find out here. And look at this. I like this so far. So far, it's not just one guy who is making crazy amount of sales, like 10,000 sales. All right. Here's one, they're making 380. About this one is making 400. Here, this guy is selling a lot. This guy is selling 1,600. But everybody else kind of has decent numbers. Nothing crazy. I could probably rank on page 1 here without having to make too many sales. What about the rating, the reviews? This one, not so great, because everybody has like 4 and 5 stars. Look at that, 4, 4, 5, 4.5, 5. Here's one that only has 3, okay? But almost everybody has high rating. So this doesn't tell me, oh, it's impossible to get to page 1. No, it just tells me that it's a little bit more difficult, because if everybody was 3 or 3.5 stars, all I need to do is make sure I've got 5-star rating, and then boom, no problem. I'm going to already be better looking than everybody else who is my competition. But right now, actually, everybody has good stars. So that might not be that great. But this is really good. Look at these number of reviews. Hardly anybody has any reviews. That means this is maybe a newer kind of product. Look, 14 reviews, 1 review, 123, 122. Do you guys remember the collagen powder one I did? Look at this one. 6,000 reviews, 3,000 reviews. 2,000, 3,000, 2,000. Now compare that to this one. 16, 14, 8, 9. So I can come here with a listing with only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 reviews. And actually, it doesn't look that bad compared to these. So that is very good for me. I like that. Number of images. Okay. Looks like everybody has a lot of images, 8, 8, 7, 6, 9, 7. But this guy, this is the one, remember, this is the one that we found. They only have 2 images. So everybody other than them is kind of doing good. So maybe there's not that much opportunity there. But that is the way that I use to find out the opportunity. Now, let's say you decide, yes, I want to make this product, okay? You go to your factory in China, or maybe you have a factory in Busan or wherever your factory is, and you get the quote, okay? And so now you're going to make your listing. How do I find what keywords to put in my listing? This is very important, all right? I'm going to actually compare this product. Okay, this is the baseline product. I'm going to compare it to some of the top selling ones here, all right? So let me find some of these top sellers. Where's the sales value? Here's the sales. So this one, okay, I want to see what are they ranking for, okay? Let's see what they're ranking for. All right, let's take a look, compare to there. What else do we have here? This one, oh yeah, they're selling 1,600. I want to see what they are ranking for. There's another one that looks very similar to what I want to do. So I'll check that one and maybe one more. This one looks different. Looks like pearl, so I don't want to do that one. That one looks different. This is the same product. Maybe, oh, here we go. I'll do this one too, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I want to see what are all of these guys ranking for. Then that's going to help me find my most important keywords. So now I'm doing this analysis. I'm checking all of the keywords, right? Let's see how many keywords it comes up with. Wow, 2,699 keywords. That any one of these are related, that could be related to my product or could be converting. But I want to see what are the most important ones, the most relevant to my listing. So I'm going to put here minimum 4 ranking competitors. And by the way, guys, everything that I'm showing you, nobody else has this tool. No other tool has this kind of level of search. If you go here to Amazon and you are doing this kind of tool, yeah, there are other tools that make some kind of Chrome extension like this. We have some things that are unique, but here, this exact function, there is no tool on the planet right now that has this level of search. So now I take that list. Look, wow, look at that. There are only 28 keywords, okay, that all 4 of these are ranking for. So I'm actually going to make that 3. Let's just make it 3. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, there are 168 that at least 3 of them are ranking for. But what if you take their average and make it like kind of like page 1? How many results? 36 right here. This is the most valuable 36 keywords you can have for your listing right there. It just took me 2 minutes to find it. Why are these valuable? Because these keywords are not just one of these products are ranking for it. All 3 or 4 of these products are all ranking on page 1 for the same keywords. So that means if you come up with a product that looks like this, that means these keywords are also important for your product. And take a look at some of these. Oh, I love this. Curtis, do you know what this word is right here?
No, is it Spanish?
Exactly. That is Spanish word for bracelet. And look, this is what we call Spanglish. Do you know what Spanglish means?
It's a mixed.
Yeah, exactly, right? Brazaletas, Spanish, for women. It's like a Spanglish keyword phrase. Maybe when you're doing your thought for this product, you have no idea that there's actually a lot of people searching in Spanglish in Amazon USA for this keyword. So maybe you never would have put this keyword even in your listing. But because you use Helium 10, you see, oh man, a lot of people are searching for this. And actually my competitors, they're on page 1 for this keyword. So I need to get on page 1 for this keyword. But look how very few people have it in their listing. Look at this. Oh, this is great. Woman bracelet set, English, right? Look how many people have that in their listing. Do you see it here, Curtis?
Wow.
30,000, right? But how many people have the Spanglish version of this word in their listing?
136 only.
136. Do you guys see the opportunity there? Just by putting this keyword in your listing, you're already ranking in top 6 pages for this keyword. And look, there's a lot of people who are searching for this. You know, maybe 1,000 people or more who are searching for this per month. So look at this. Is this the correct way to spell bracelets?
It's a misspell.
Yeah, that's a misspell. Broccoli. I don't even know how to say that. Brussels, all right? But there's a lot of people searching for it, but not that many people. Only 1,000 people have it in their listing. So just by putting this in your listing, you are getting yourself indexed for this keyword that potentially could bring you sales. Because, you know, we have a lot of Korean Americans here, but let me tell you, American people, a lot of them are not very smart when it comes to spelling. So that's why, you know, we have to take advantage of how dumb we Americans are. I'm probably one of the people who searches bracelets using this spelling. We are terrible spellers. So you guys have to put these kind of words like maybe in the back end of your listing. Okay. So let me just say after that, you know, this is kind of the most important thing I wanted to show you. But other than that, we have amazing tools. We've got Scribbles. Scribbles is what you can use in order to write your listing. So let's say you already decided these keywords you want to rank for. These are those keywords from that one. I just put it here. And now as I write my listing, let's just say stackable bracelets for women. All right. Look what happens. I use the word bracelet. I use the word women. I use stackable. It puts a line through it. So now I know I already used it once. Stackable. Wait. Let me write this again. Stackable bracelets for women. There we go. If I use the full phrase, look, it actually puts it right here. It says I used the full phrase. So this is very important as you write your listing, your bullet points, your subject matter, your description, your search terms. Now I make sure that I'm using all of the keyword phrases and all of the individual keywords that I targeted that I knew I have to have in my listing. After that, you're going to use Index Checker. Index Checker makes sure that you are actually searchable for that. Just because you have a word in your listing, that does not mean that you are automatically able to be searched for that keyword. This one is going to tell you if you are or not. After that, you're going to want to use maybe Keyword Tracker, right? Keyword Tracker is going to show you if where you are ranking. This is a Korean company who made this product, I think. But look, this keyword, they're not even in top 306. But this one, they are position 24. So that is very interesting. Okay. You could see how their ranking is going up and down for collagen peptide. So this is very important as well. Okay. Because guys, think about it. If you didn't know what your rank is on your keyword, you want to get to page 1. How do you find out? Well, what you have to do is you have to go search. So, hey, I'm going to go to collagen peptides. And now, okay, that's not my product. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, nothing there. My product is not there. Let me go to page 2. Okay, I see it here. And you're searching for your product and you can't find your product until maybe you get like to page 3 or something. Where is my product? Where is my product? But imagine if your product is like all the way on page, 13 or 14. Well, what's going to happen? You just took 10 minutes trying to find your product. All you have to do is have this on and it's going to track it. Refund Genie, very important to run on your account because Amazon might owe you money and we're going to find that for you. Have you ever run a Refund Genie, Curtis, on your account?
Yes, I did.
Did you get some good money from it?
Yeah, I got like 7,000.
Oh my God, $7,000. You definitely need to take me out for some bulgogi and some bokbunja. You're much richer than me. $7,000. Guys, Curtis got $7,000 just by using this tool. All right, just by using this tool. We didn't take any money from that. That pays for like his lifetime user membership for Helium 10. All right. So this is important. If you've been selling for any amount of time, you need to run Refund Genie because it's going to tell you, does Amazon owe you money on your account or not? And then it tells you how you can tell Amazon to get that money back. Our latest tool that we have is profits. You know, profits is very important because right here in profits, you are going to see, this is, by the way, not real. This is just fake information. Of course, if you tie in your Seller Central account, you will have real data. You can see your ROI, your promos, 7-day gross revenue, declining sales, your net profit, your inventory level, bestsellers. You have all of that information, and you can go in and actually see how much money you are making, because you know it doesn't matter how many units you are selling. If you're losing money, that's not good. So you need to know what your profits are, and this is going to help you to do that. So let me go ahead and turn off the screen share here. All right, now Curtis, why don't you, anybody else who's watching right now on Facebook, please, I'll check YouTube too. I don't think I can see it, but if you guys have put comments in YouTube, I might be able to see it. But right now, please put in any questions about Helium 10 you might have, or even Amazon in general. It doesn't have to be Helium 10. Any questions you might have for Curtis or me, and we will try to check those questions right now. Do you see anything in Facebook yet, Curtis?
Let me see.
I mean, we've got 27 people live. I'm actually surprised. That's a lot of people who are live right now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people expecting the replay with the translation.
Yeah, with the translation. But so far, nobody with the English questions then, right?
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
When after you check the index checker, what if you don't see the? What if your product doesn't index the keyword? Then
Great question. Great question. There's a few reasons why you might not be indexed. Number one is maybe you went over on the bytes, you know, the characters that you're able to use in a certain field. For example, in bullet points, you're allowed either 100 or 500 usually, depending on the category. If you go over that, the entire bullet point, Amazon many times is going to not index you. So anything you have in there, they're saying, no, you're not indexed. That could be one reason. So that would be the first thing to check. What else would you want to check? Sometimes there's what's called forbidden keywords, right? Something that has to do with drugs that you didn't know is related to drugs, you know, like you can't index for marijuana or something like that, right? Or some other words that you didn't know is on Amazon's list of words you cannot index for. Other forbidden words, free. Sometimes best is forbidden in many categories. You're not allowed to use that. Or highest reviewed, not allowed to have that in your listing. So sometimes there might be a word that you don't know is not allowed. Other times is if Amazon does not think that your word is relevant to your category. Like let's say you have a beauty product, you're in the beauty category, but you want to put the keyword vitamin, right? So maybe to Amazon, like there's vitamins in your beauty product, but maybe to Amazon, they're like, vitamins has to do with health category. So we're not going to allow you to index just by you putting vitamins because this is a beauty category. So the way to fix that would be put more sentences, you know, explain why is vitamins important. So say, hey, this beauty product has extra vitamin B. And then somewhere else in the listing, hey, this has vitamin C and your skin needs the essential vitamins. But now all of a sudden Amazon is like, oh, okay. Well, now the algorithm can understand, okay, yes, vitamin maybe is important to this listing. We'll go ahead and index. If you are not sure what is going on, if you're using forbidden word or not, the best way to check if you can index for it, put it in subject matter. Sometimes you put something in bullet point, description, or back-end search terms, and it doesn't index, right? And so you're not sure, is this forbidden or not? Put it in the subject matter, because if you put it in subject matter and then you refresh your listing 10 minutes later, you should index. If you're able to index, you're going to index with subject matter. It's like the #1 field for indexing. If you're not indexing in subject matter, then yes, something is definitely wrong. You did one of those things I mentioned. Or if you want to find out, you open up a case with Amazon and say, hey, why this word is in my listing and I'm not indexed. But I would say 75% of the time you can't index in another field, you will be able to index in subject matter.
Oh, so subject matter is higher than the title.
No, it's higher than bullet points. Title is #1. Subject matter, everybody says, a lot of the the teachers right now are saying subject matter is number 2 next to title for importance for indexing.
Yeah, here's this is another suggestion for Helium 10.
Okay.
For Ribbon Genie, a lot of people asking me. A lot of Korean people sells a clothing, but the clothing, it depends on how you fold. The dimension, it becomes sometimes the oversized or the small size.
Yes.
And that's some people get unfair charge for the for the fulfillment fee.
Yes.
So what they have to do is they have to go through all the steps, all the histories, and they find out what products they get overcharged with. But some people get oversized charge.
Okay.
So they were mentioning if there's any service that goes through those listing and then find out what gets overcharged.
So like if you're doing it manually, what is the process? Like, I mean, are you just manually looking or are you sorting? Like tell me, what have you ever done that yourself, Curtis, or you've seen people do that?
Yeah.
So what's the process when you see somebody do that? What is the process they're doing?
Yeah. For instance, there's a company selling leggings, right? Then they plot the histories and then they sort it by after download the Excel sheet, they sort by the fulfillment fee. So most of them have a same size and the same weight, but you will see some like most of them have a fee of $3.50 or so.
Okay.
And you will see some products get charged for $8 and stuff. Okay. And then when you contact Amazon, we find out they made the wrong dimensions because they didn't fold it before they make the dimensions.
Now here's my question to you though. When they do that, is it chronological? Or is it like maybe all of a sudden, okay, January 1 to March 1, everything is good. Then all of a sudden, March 1, you start seeing the higher shipment. And then from there all the way on, it's always the same, or it goes back and forth sometimes.
Usually it starts from the beginning. So when they get shipment, what they do is they make they measure the dimensions, right? So they get the dimensions wrong in the beginning, but people don't find out.
So then, but then how would you know? Like, how would a software, know that it was wrong if it's from the beginning?
They'll be tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think from that. Like, I can understand. Like, maybe it's good for a certain time, and then all of a sudden you see the size tier changes, right? So then maybe like we can make an alert, like, hey, did you know Amazon changed your size? But how would we make it so that we would know from the beginning?
They'll be tough, but there's some incident where they get fee changes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that one probably you can make an alert.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's actually one of the best ideas I've heard in a while, because that's something I'd never heard of before, and I could definitely see. So then if there could be some kind of alert where if Amazon on an ASIN changes your what would you be, what do they look for if they're changing? Do they look at size tier or shipping tier, or do they look at the actual dimensions, or they're just looking at their fulfillment fee?
They're looking at the fulfillment fee.
Yeah, because that should always be exactly the same, right? Yeah. Okay, that's great. A matter of fact, I'm going to write that down right now. Let me write this. Right. What other questions do you have for me?
Yeah, I sent you the actual case that it happened. I send you over the whole Excel sheets and how this thing happened.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great. And guys, if you have an idea for something that you would like to see in a tool, or maybe you're using another tool. I mean, we have almost everything in Helium 10 Suite. We have almost every single tool you need. But if you're still using another tool because they have something we don't, please let Curtis know and he'll let me know. And maybe it's something that we can integrate into our tools in the future. So a lot of you are brand new or using the free Helium 10. Curtis has a couple of coupon codes he'll mention right now, and it'll also be in the description and in Facebook. But I highly, highly recommend taking advantage of these coupon codes so that at least 1 month or 2 months, you try out Helium 10 and see how it can help you increase your business. There are some people who, once they started using our tools, all of a sudden their sales increased by 100% because some keywords they never thought is important, they find it in Helium 10, they put it in their listing, and now they're getting sales. Some keywords they thought they are ranking for, but they're not ranking because now they found that out because they use Keyword Checker, and then they found out they're not indexing. So then they index, immediately double sales. So it's so important and so valuable, whether you're looking for your first product to sell or whether you're an experienced seller and you're trying to increase your business. Make sure to use Helium 10 because it's going to be a big, big difference maker for you. Anybody else do any questions, or do you have any other questions, or is that going to be it for today?
I think that's it for today. And a lot of people are asking me for translations.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only say some things like, 감사합니다 or 여기요 밥 주세요. Right? Give me some rice. I can't say many things, but yeah, Curtis will be able to do the translation.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for the webinar.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you later. And if you have any questions in English, I'm a member of the Facebook group, so please tag me, and then I'll be happy to answer those questions. Okay. We'll see you guys.
See you.
All right.